Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Musioma Augustine. If it's your first time here, 86% of you who are watching this video haven't subscribed. Why can't you subscribe? 1 minute, just subscribe. So today I have a reaction video, but this time around we are doing something different, and there's a comedian here who is kind of making jokes which are against feminism. So that's exactly what we are going to see, and I request you to watch along with me. Remember to like the video, as I've said, remember to subscribe, and you can also share. So let's do this immediately. So the name of this comedian is Wong. I believe I've pronounced it correctly. So let's start immediately by watching what she says.
I think feminism is the worst thing that ever happened to women. Our job used to be no job. We had it so good. We could have done the smart thing, which would have been to continue playing dumb for the next century and be like, we're dumb women. We don't know how to do anything. So I guess we better just stay at home all day and eat snacks and watch Ellen.
So I believe what she's saying is true. Feminism, I believe its rise started in the 1960s, 1970s, where a lot of women were kind of put into the jobs. They started being employed, and I don't say that is a bad idea, but before there used to be women used to play different roles, but it's after the 1960s, 1970s that they were kind of corporate institutions, such big companies started investing a lot into various institutions which were promoting human rights. There were horrible things which used to happen before. I can't disagree with that, but they started funding institutions which were promoting women rights, and not really about women rights, but those who were against men in a kind of a way. So that's how feminism came into play. But initial thought which was about feminism was to play a role of just fighting for equal opportunities for all individuals. But other feminists came along and wanted equal outcome, which is something so impossible. There are privileges which those who used to exist before feminism enjoyed, while those rights now are not being enjoyed. For instance, the different jobs which were kind of hardcore jobs, they were mainly for men, but nowadays, since women also in the race of single mothers have to provide, they find themselves going to those jobs, which is something negative in terms of if you compare it with what used to exist before.
Because we're too stupid to have any real responsibility. And then all these women had to show off and be like, we could do it. We could do anything. Bitch, shut up. Don't tell them the secret. They ruined it for us. And now we're expected to work. When I hear the phrase double income household, I want to throw up. A lot of women get very upset with me about those comments. And they're like, but Allie, we have so many more options now. Oh, you don't think we had a lot of options when our day was free?
Yeah, I believe there are a lot of options. For instance, when there used to be housewives before, a housewife can decide maybe to watch her television, can decide maybe to go and have a chat with some friends. But nowadays, since women are required to go and do the job, earn some money, we have to household income. For instance, I believe in the US, it is much easier if a man and his wife are working compared to how it used to work before. Before, all I know and what I've read is that one income could have sustained a family. But nowadays, since there is how can I say, there is kind of increased inflation, the things have turned into more expensive, so a family cannot be sustained by one salary, one income, which requires that women must also work in order to sustain a family. But before, women who were housewives used to have a lot of options. They could go either to watch a television if they had, they could have go and had some worship with friends. They had to do anything which they wished as long as they sustain their family in good terms. But nowadays, since that opportunity is no longer there, women even come home kind of exhausted. If they are lucky enough to have a maid, an assistant, then is the one who is responsible almost everything at the house, which is kind of a bad and a good idea.
Unscheduled, unsupervised, and most importantly, sponsored. You know how much shittier food tastes when you know you had to earn it? A lot of my friends, when we walk around together, they'll get very judgmental about housewives that we'll see on the street. And they'll be like, look at that fucking...
So nowadays, actually, being a housewife is something which is kind of seen as something which is humiliating. People are not even always appreciative for those individuals who have decided to be housewives. You find that women also judge their fellow women for being housewives, that they are needed to work. But what most people tend to that housewives play a greater role in terms of upbringing their children, of nurturing their children. They intend to instill morals in those children. But this is a job which is even more, how can I say, more fulfilling to some individuals. I can't say that it's all individuals, it's all women who are more fulfilled when they are kind of being housewives or taking care of their own children. There are wives who are more passionate or fulfilled by following their dreams, following their jobs. But what I am against is those women who tend to look down upon those individuals or women who have decided to be housewives. They are also playing a noble role in upbringing a good society by raising kids who are morally upright and who are responsible.
Housewife not doing anything. Look at that housewife just walking around all day, getting massages in her Lululemon pants. I'm like, that bitch is a genius. She's not a housewife, she's retired. I do write for Fresh Off the Boat on ABC. Yeah, it's a great show. I love it a lot. I love my coworkers. It's a great writing staff. And in terms of day jobs, it's probably one of the best you could ask for. But I still gotta work at an office every day, which means I gotta shit in an office every day. Housewives, they don't gotta shit in an office. Housewives get to shit in their house, skin to seat. They don't gotta use that horrible toilet paper cover. They don't gotta 10 times a day, every day. Like you're about to eat a sad-ass meal. They don't gotta do that. They don't gotta use that one-ply toilet paper, that office toilet paper that they purposely make difficult to pull out. They're trying to ration.
So what most people tend to is that, from what I've seen people say and also what I've seen people advocate, is that even if most individuals tend to have their own fulfillment from different jobs which they do, but those individuals who had that opportunity to raise their own kids, to see their kids grow, have a more fulfillment compared to those who are chasing their own career. I'm not against those people who are chasing their own career, whether they are feminists or they are not feminists, but what I tend to say is there are much fulfillment of you having to raise your kids compared to an individual who has not raised his own kids. And also there is a lot of things which you avoid if you happen to be a housewife. For instance, dealing with your boss, having to go and complete tasks within a given time frame. Those things don't tend to affect housewives. But if you are being employed, you tend to follow a certain routine. You have to report to a given authority. There are a lot of things which housewives avoid by just being housewives. That's it. I'm not challenging anybody, but that's my own opinion. I want yours in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, why can't you subscribe? Like the video, and you can also share. So thanks for watching. My name has been Monsieur Wong. That's my reaction for today. I want you to comment in the comment section. What are your thoughts about Wong? I believe I've pronounced it right. About his opinions on feminism. Do you think that housewives find more fulfillment compared to those who are working? And at the same time, what would you like to see in my next one? Thanks for watching. See you next.